Thanks for staying with us. We're going to start with the nation. Rivers crisis. Why we are with Tinubu by PDP governors. Uzodimma faults NLC claim on Ajero. Don't link us to economic sabotage, says Dangote Group. Minister blames unstable power supply on surge in gas price. No FCT land allocation without infrastructure, says Wike. Presidential yacht, a naval security boat. Alaafin to court strikes out suit against Makinde. Insurgents kill 24 mourners in Yobe. Okay, which story are we starting with? Should we start with the Ajero story? So let's see, the Imo State Governor, Hope Uzodimma, yesterday shed a bit of light on the crisis happening in Imo State, especially concerning the Nigerian Labour Congress. He blamed it all on the NLC President Joe Ajero, who he accused of mixing partisanship with labor affairs. According to him, he's not able to distinguish between himself as a chairman of Nigerian Labour Congress, which is a national group, to being an Imo indigene, being partisan Imo indigene. He also said that Uzodimma was actually in the company of the party's standard bearer, that's Timipio Sylvia in Bayelsa, and Usman Ododo for Kogi. The duo also, he was calling on Ajero to say that Ajero, who was in Owerri on Wednesday to mobilize workers for a shutdown of Imo, was attacked at the Sam Mbakwe airport before security operatives. According to the report, however, he was asked to, he was offered security by the police, but Ajero rejected the police, saying that he believes that the police is also amongst those that are attacking him. But the governor said, as the chief security officer of the state, he has tried to intervene to stop the dissolution of the state chapter of the NLC, whose tenure he had expired, and he tried to intervene in the whole crisis. But he believes that Ajero is just being partisan, and he's just been an Imo indigene who is against his party. NLC, on the other hand, said that the injury sustained by Ajero is so gruesome that they have to fly him abroad for treatment, that there's no way he can be treated in Nigeria. According to the NLC Public Relations Officer, Benson Okpa, said that Ajero will be traveling overseas to treat the injuries he sustained during the botched workers' protests.
Yeah, so because he took this story, in addition to that, they said many areas in Imo State experienced blackout because of, what happened, in reaction to what happened. So the National Union of Electricity Employers gave a direction to all their members that they should shut down electricity in the states because of this incident. And they said even their transportation, even their flights, what's this called? Why is it flying? Yeah, airports. They had a lot of cancelled flights because there was no electricity to run the business, just in response to what happened.
Yeah. All right.
I have the major headline in the nation. And the PDP Governors Forum, of course, are responding. So actually, the NGF, the Nigerian Governors Forum, had, commended the president for intervening in the crisis between the governor of Rivers State and the FCT minister. And so they heard that some Nigerians were querying or what's that word, criticizing the president for doing that. Said what he did was actually something that they consider courtesy. The forum's director general CID, Madu Abam, says that this statement was issued by the PDP, the chairperson of the PDP Governors Forum, Bauchi's governor, and he said the president did not even want, wasn't even in know of what was happening in Rivers State, but the Kwara State governor, who was the chairperson of the Governors Forum, had intimated the president on what was happening and asked that he does something about it. And of course, he took leadership and he intervened in it. And they all found that commendable, that the governor of Kwara State had that initiative to inform the president of it. And the president, out of courtesy, decided to do what he did. And of course, that's brought about results. So they stand with the president on what he has done.
And I have Dangote Industries Limited. So the warning against some stories, and they call them spurious allegations out there, claiming that, sort of talking, alleging that they're involved in some backhanded forex deals, money laundering, And so the firm is warning against any stories that links them to any form of economic sabotage. They say that Dangote Industries described the allegations as spurious and a rehash of similar report peddled out of malice by a competitor in 2016. They said that every deal that they've always done above board. It says, for instance, letters of credit were established for construction of the various operational plants and for the purchase of heavy equipment and spares required for the takeoff of Dangote's cement plants. Terms and conditions for payment transactions were clearly spelled out in the letters of credit instruments and in line with the International Chamber of Commerce. They said that the projects, as we all know, we saw them commissioned by, government officials. They also said that concerning the forex dealings, all forex purchased in respect of our African projects expansions were fully utilized for what they were meant for. The projects for which the forex were utilized are visible for everyone to see. They also said that funds invested in their projects are legitimate capital investment in countries, that they are set up. And the monies, forex have been repatriated, almost $576 million repatriated to Nigeria as that has helped to boost our foreign exchange earnings in Nigeria and also stabilize our forex market. So, and so on and so forth. Just trying to say that, see, all these stories that people are peddling about money laundering, they're giving them some backhanded dollars. That's not right. Everything is on paper, and anyone who's interested can find out.
All right, let's move on quickly.
I have a story in The Nation.
The Nation, oh, okay.
Just added to the one you took.
Go ahead.
So Poultry Association of Nigeria, PAN, are calling on the Central Bank of Nigeria to reverse forex removal on importation of poultry products. And a statement by President Sunday Izebiora, their president, and Director General Onalo Akpa, they said the policy has created fears in farmers and investors and is also compounding the sector's challenges. So the association are urging the federal government to maintain import restriction on frozen poultry products and eggs, so that it will not spell a disaster for the economy. We're supposed to actually be producing this for ourselves and not importing it. And so they are calling for the engagement. They want the federal government to engage with PAN, to make available raw materials like maize and soya that would help to revive the industry. And they also said they want the federal government to fund the program for the sector so that the sector can survive in the midst of everything that's happening, and also take away multiple taxation. They are really taxed a lot on their production enterprise, and so that they are able to, make do and do the business well. They mentioned that they give jobs to over 20 million Nigerians, and so they must be supported. And I was wondering, I didn't know we used to import frozen poultry products.
No, chicken.
All the chicken and fish that we...
It was stopped, but remember right now it's been lifted.
As I heard project, I was thinking of just eggs.
We're still smuggling it now.
Yeah, that's the yes.
But back then, they were smuggling it then, but it actually was, they had stopped officially.
Local production had really gone up.
Yes, we have a lot of Nigerian chickens.
In the past, we didn't have this kind of options. But
so they should restrict it,
Moving on now to the Punch. Reps reallocates 5 billion naira yacht vote. Navy clears Tinubu. Yaba on the overpass. Others will stop train vehicular crashes, says Sanwo-Olu. Lagos man drowns during church beach hangout.
Imagine that.
Tinubu demands fairness in Bayelsa, Imo, and Kogi polls. Navy bus crude theft and Lagos vandalized pipeline. Naira gains as CBN pays banks $6.7 billion forex, and NNPCL allocates 6 million barrels to Dangote refinery. Okay?
Okay, so the Nigerian Navy ship Beecroft discovered, and they altered the siphoning of petrol from an oil pipeline at the Atlas Cove that belongs to the NNPCL. And the commander of the NNS Beecroft was saying that they noticed that the activities of the thieves was rampant around the Atlas Cove. They had connected hoses and suction pumps to the vandalized pipelines and were just stealing petrol from there. And so they've altered that, they've arrested them, and he noted that the activities of such economic saboteurs, they pose a serious threat to our petroleum products availability in the nation. The market is also very public, so they should look around Lagos, especially at the Mautu bus stop.
All right, let's go on a quick break now. When we come back, we continue with our reviews. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.